I would consider myself a hobbyist runner, running 3 to 5 miles a few times a week, and in the past, I have had a hard time finding shoes that were comfortable, since I wear a 12 wide or 13 wide depending on the shoe brand. So, I tried out the Splay V1 runners, a barefoot style running shoe with a nice wide toe box. I ran 50 miles in these shoes to see how they would hold up and documented my results. All right, coming at you live from Big Dog headquarters. As you can see, just finished a run with the Splay V1 runners. It was my second run in these shoes, and I just wanted to check in right hot off the trail, feeling great. Another 3-mile run, so I'm just here after the run, kicking you the details. Again, 3-mile run. It was a just under 9-minute per mile pace. It was like an 8:50, I think. I'll post the Strava details here, but I literally came in the door, set this microphone up, and started jabbering. So I'm feeling good. The feet feel great. I feel grounded in the run. I'm coming from a pretty, I would say, like standard running shoes, the Brooks Ghost 16. So yeah, I think the V1 runners are holding up good. I'm 6 miles in. My feet feel like it does take some getting used to when you first start running, just because your feet feel so much more involved in the run, if that makes sense. Like it just the way you lay your feet down. I'm a real clod hopper, so I feel like running in a way that's a little bit better for my feet rather than just kind of smacking my feet on the ground and letting the shoes do the work. I really feel everything when I go heel and then like press up through my big toe. So it's making me, like I said, feel more involved in the run, a little bit more grounded. 6 miles in, still thumbs up, feeling great. Well, that took a while. Today, I finished 50 miles in the Splay V1 runners, and this is the 50-mile check-in. These shoes are great. They have held up wonderfully. I have done many activities in these shoes. I have run, walked, jogged, lifted weights, done some like explosive plyometric push the sled, carry the sled, throw the sandbag type exercises in these shoes. And they have held up much better than I anticipated. I was optimistic at the beginning after the first run because of the wide toe box, how well I felt they fit, the kind of like responsiveness in my feet that I was feeling, the kind of like correction to my running form that I like kind of talked about during the first runner check-in definitely held through to the final run. My legs, my hips, my knees all held up much better. Again, my previous shoes, I did really enjoy them, but comparatively, now that I've run in the Splay V1 runner, I prefer the Splay shoe. Completely honestly, I love the big wide toe box, the more simple shoe design. Also, again, like I said, just made me feel more grounded to my runs. And I'm sticking with them. I think I'm going to keep doing it. I am trying to also, or contemplating also trying out the skate shoes. That is one of the activities that I frequently do outside of my like normal, well, that is one of my normal activities. Basically running, Muay Thai, lifting weights, skateboarding. Those are my like 4 main activities. As far as like exercise or getting my body moving, those are the things that I'm doing most often. So I'm going to keep it up. I want to check out, like I said, the Splay skateboarding shoes. I did throw an insole into the shoes for 2 runs. I didn't really like it. It was a pretty minimal, it's like just a regular old large, like minimal, just kind of give you a little bit of extra cushion type of insole. It's pretty rigid though. It's got like a pretty rigid midsole kind of like foot pad in it that I didn't really like to feel while I was running. So I ripped those back out of the V1 runners and just kept them OG for the remainder of the runs. And again, I loved them. So I would consider this experiment a success. Took longer than I thought. But again, by the nature of the other activities I do, I bonk my feet and my legs often, right? So this was just me as a hobbyist runner using running to kind of fuel my other hobbies more and to clear my head during the week. I had a great experience running in the V1 runner. I'm not training for any sort of race or anything like that. I would not consider myself like a running athlete. Again, just a hobbyist runner. I started I don't know if I even did like a weight or a size comparison, but when I started running around the summertime in the V1 runner, I was about 230 pounds. I'm about 6'2", maybe a little bit taller, maybe like just right around 6'2". And I was about 230 pounds. I weighed myself yesterday. I'm 209 pounds. Now, still the same height. My hair is longer, but so I'm a big dude. I'm on the larger side, I think, of avid weekly or, multiple times a week runners. So for me, that was one of my concerns with the other activities that I do. I feel a lot of pain in my ankles and my knees because of just the sheer density of my body. But these shoes felt great. They felt like they were, again, making my legs feel stronger, and I wasn't feeling as much fatigue. Again, I'm doing like 3 to 5 miles. I would say overall, let's take a look at the shoe. There's going to be pictures of them from when I started, and I would say wear-wise, it's cosmetic. This is mostly just like dirt. They look like they're shoes that have been worn, but none of the stitching is peeling off. The tread still very, very strong, barely wearing out after 50 miles, predominantly all on like asphalt paved trails and sidewalk type or blacktop streets. But yeah, they've held up great. I think that for me personally, this is a great shoe alternative to some of the more traditional running shoes, and I'm sticking with it. So if you feel like checking them out, I would definitely recommend. And yeah, I think I'll try out some of the skate shoes next and let you know how that goes. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Love ya.